Hello everyone and welcome to Blind Beauty. I'm Jennifer. I'm doing my very first ever live stream here, so it might not be the best. I'm fixing my camera and everything right now, but we're going to give this a shot. I want you to let me know what you think of this, whether you want to see more of these, whether this really wasn't that interesting and all that as well. But what we're going to do today is we're going to do a live get ready with me type thing. Well, it's not really a get ready with me because it's more of a beauty playtime. And I have a bucket here, right here. Y'all have seen this before. Well, something like this at least. Not this same setup, but this is my little bucket that I'm going to be working out of some. We're focusing on some products that I either, haven't used much or want to use more of, and just some old favorites too are in this thing. But I thought, hey, while I'm trying to get people in here and everything, I'd go ahead and, just do this too. I'm going to use my Olay, didn't grab that ahead of time, and you're going to hear some background noise from time to time. My dogs are playing downstairs, as well as I do have a radio station going in the background, so you might hear that too. Just because there is a lull sometimes whenever I'm doing makeup or whatever, and I like to have something going in the background. It's really low. Maybe you won't even hear it. I don't know. But it's a classic country station. I'm using the Equate All Day Moisturizing Lotion with SPF 15, I do believe is what it has. Yeah. So this is what it looks like. But I thought I'd do a little chit-chat thing here. I may get a little too personal for you at times. And I hope that I'll be able to see your comments as they come in, if they do. Because I'm not sure if anyone will really watch this or not, but, whatever the case may be, it's fine. But I'm using a little bit of this here, and I'm putting that on my face, rubbing it in. I'll rub it in really good. But I just thought I'd chit-chat with y'all a little bit, and, if you have any questions, I'd love to answer them if I can see them. I'm not sure if I'll be able to see them or not, honestly. But, I'm not even sure if this live is working, honestly. So, yeah. But, just putting a little bit of this moisturizer all over my face. Real good. Because it's a little earlier than 2 o'clock. Right now I'm not honestly sure what time it is, honestly, but, that's okay. But I want to welcome everyone who is watching. Let's see here. I'm going to zoom in real quick on here. If I can. Yeah. Nope, no one's watching yet. So, okay. Well, because with my vision, I can't really see that well, so, and I'm a full arm length away from the phone right now, and I also have the brightness turned down a little bit, so, just to help conserve battery. Actually, what I could do is plug my phone in here in a little bit if need be. I do have my charger right here. So, this is going to be the real deal. This is how I really do play with makeup, and I thought, hey, why not? Now, there may be some things in here that you don't like. And that's okay. We're all human. We all make mistakes. We all make our own choices in life. So, and you also see a mirror in the background. I'm using a different mirror than I usually do. I'm going to move that, though, so that it doesn't cause a big old glare. So, moving that onto a bottom shelf. I haven't felt a whole lot like filming lately, just because of the recent loss I had. But I think everybody has that from time to time. Whenever something happens in their life to change things, then, you know, they might not feel like doing what they normally would do. But then I got to thinking, and it's like, well, the person who passed was my grandma. She would have wanted me to. You know, she wouldn't want my life to stop just because she was gone. So, yes, I have sinus problems, so. But, and you might, who knows what all you'll see here in this video, but hey, that's okay, right? But, we're going to jump on in here and get started. I have all sorts of skin problems right now. You can see I've plucked hairs, I've popped pimples, I've, you know, you name it, I've probably done it. So, but just because of that, we're going to do a double, well, not a double, but we're going to do, instead of doing a BB cream like I have been doing lately, I'm going to try out, I bought this was on clearance at my store, at my local Walmart, a while back. This is the CoverGirl Clean Oil Control Foundation. And it's in the shade Creamy Beige 550. I'm not even 100% sure that this will work on me. It was only like $1.50 whenever I bought it a few months ago, whatever. So I'm just doing this with my hands today. At least at first. I've only done this, used it once or twice, and honestly I can't remember whether it matched me or not. One thing I hate about this is you gotta beat it out. So, but I put some in the middle of my hand there. And one thing my grandma used to do, she used to rub her hands together, you know, and then just slap the stuff on. And no, I didn't use an actual primer today. I just let my moisturizer act as a primer. You can do that from time to time. I'm partly wanting to see how well this foundation holds up on its own, if it does. So, yeah. But, so, and I've been, lately, you know, all the shows that come back to TV and all that, you know, the Once Upon a Time, Law and Order Special Victims Unit, Criminal Minds, all that has come back. So, you know, I watch those whenever they come on. Last night they didn't come on because of the ball game, but that's okay. Alright, foundation is on. Now, that's about what I consider light to medium coverage on me. So, I'm going to flip my little thing around here and get a better look. Now, I probably could build that up just a little bit, but, you know, normally I don't build up a lot of foundation just because of, you know, problems I have with my skin. But all the shows have come back, and whenever I'm not busy watching current shows, I have been somewhat binge watching, because it's one thing that has helped get me through this past month. Hulu, putting some more of this on my face, did a little bit on the forehead, but the main area that I have trouble with is my cheek, jawline area and cheeks and chin. So, but, I don't know if y'all were aware, but I think it was last month. Yeah, it had to have been last month. Well, it was either September, I think it was September 29th or something. All the TGI Friday shows. Well, maybe not all of them. I haven't looked to see if all of them are back, but, you know, several of them are on Hulu now. So all you people that grew up in the 90s, you know, like myself, I was born in 83, so, you know, I really remember the 90s very well. So, you know, that's one of the series that we used to watch quite a bit. Now I'm going in with the Maybelline Master Conceal. Now this is in light. Best I remember, it's a little too light for me. But the medium, from what I could tell, was a little too dark for me. That's what that looks like on my finger. Now I'm going to tap this together and then dab it under the eyes and on some of these other spots I've got here. But, you know, I've been watching Full House, Boy Meets World, Step by Step, you know, all those good shows. So, Boy Meets World has been my go-to lately. And I'm just using my fingers to apply this, by the way. But I'm almost done with Boy Meets World. But, you know, watching shows like that really helps me personally, so, you know, I say, hey, whatever it takes. Whenever someone close to you passes, you know. Okay, this is a little too light to be using on pimples and whatnot, so I'm just going to use it under the eye area here. And it feels like that CoverGirl foundation, if I rub like I'm doing here, it kind of balls up on me. I don't know if any of y'all had that problem or not. So, but Boy Meets World is a good show. Honestly, Corey is a lot like I was and kind of am still. But, you know, hey, whatever, right? But Full House and all that, they're funny little shows. So, did y'all watch any of those shows whenever you were growing up at all? I'm going to check and see. Okay, no. You know, did y'all watch any of that whenever you were growing up? You know, now I'm taking the L'Oreal CCI thing. So, and I'm going to go under the eyes, especially with this here. But, you know, if I'm not watching that, then I'm also trying to play catch up with one of my soaps that I used to watch growing up too, Days of Our Lives. My other soaps I used to watch are no longer around. That's All My Children and One Life to Live. Used to love those shows. So, but I grew up watching Days of Our Lives with my other grandmother, and, you know, I think I'll always be a Days fan no matter what. I didn't get into All My Children and One Life to Live until I was in my teens, so. But now I'm just using my middle and ring finger both, actually, because I swap back and forth to blend this in under the eyes. So, but, and my dogs are over here playing with little bones I put out. Anyone that has dogs knows if they are really attached, it's hard to get time away from them unless you give them some kind of treat. I had something in my eye there. So, but that right there is what the concealer looks like with this foundation. But, you know, TV is one thing that really helps me to distract myself from what's going on. and recently it's been a huge help for me. I'm taking the Coty Airspun powder, which y'all have seen me use in other tutorials if you've been on this channel for a while. Looks like, bleh. Coty Airspun. I had a puff of powder come back in my face. So, and I get some on a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to dust this all over my face, especially where I set, or where I put that concealer. So, but, you know, I say you gotta do what you gotta do whenever you're going through something, and I do apologize to all of y'all for taking off pretty much all of last month, because I did have a lot planned, but I just couldn't make myself do it. But who knows? Who knows what this coming month and next month and all that will bring. Because pretty much what we're doing today is I'm just doing like a fun time. But it's also more of like a fall look as well. Because I have a palette that I got back in, I believe it was September. Found it on sale, like, really cheap. So I picked it up. Now, I'm the type, because of my very limited income, and I do mean very limited income, normally I won't spend $10 on a palette, or $15 on a palette. Well, actually, I don't usually go more than, because of how limited income I have, I normally won't go over $5 for a makeup product in general. Unless it's foundation. Now, I will go over $5 for foundation and concealer. But most eyeshadows, I don't go over $5. But I'm learning with how things are now that you got to. Because, you know, everything is so high. So, usually it's between 5 and 10 that I have to go to. But I don't go over 10 usually, unless I have gotten money as a gift or something like that. Then I will. But this is the, because I went ahead and set my face. Actually, I need to set my neck a little bit too, because I did put a little bit on my neck of that foundation. So, set my neck just a little bit too. And it's not going to be long before I have to get more powder. Now, this is a good powder if you have oily skin. But, you know, everything seems to be going up in price. I mean, e.l.f. is putting out some cheaper items now, but, you know, like in September they came out with some, like, $2 highlighter and $2 blush and stuff like that I noticed. But, you know, overall, they're getting on up there. Now, my favorite brand out of all of them is Maybelline. But even Maybelline is getting really high, you know. And it's unreal, the stuff that they're... Because I saw somewhere on Facebook, I think, about a Gigi Hadid palette or some Hadid palette that they're selling for like $30. No way, Jose. Now, this is the City Color palette. It's their matte eyeshadow palette. We're going to start out with this here and get some of the base down here in a moment. But I got to get a primer first, even though I did conceal my eyelids. But this has a lot of purpley tones to it. And in the fall and winter tones especially, winter times especially, I like burgundies and golds, and I'm a neutral lover anyway, so this has some neutral shades as well. But that's what it looks like. You know, let me know if you want a full review of this palette. It's been out for a while, but, you know, I can still do a review if you want one. So, checking my battery level and everything. But, and it does have the little sponge tip applicator, but I don't use that. So, I'm looking for an eye primer, if I can find one here. Yep, Now, this isn't drugstore. Honestly, I couldn't tell you what brand it is. It looks like it has a B and then a P. Makeup base. This is something I got from BoxyCharm a long time ago. So, that's what it looks like. And it's like a pinky tone stuff. I use this sometimes under my shadow to help lock it in place. So, and it's a pinky white, I guess you could call it. You know, I'm more of a medium to medium deep skin tone. My normal Fit Me color, especially during the winter time, is about 220. So, just for stage reference. And I do believe according to Foundation website, I haven't actually been able to go and get checked, but according to Foundation.com, I might be somewhere around an NW 35, I believe, is what it said. It's either 30 or 35. I think it was 30 in the powder and 35 in the other. So. But I'm just putting this on. Now, you could use the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Barely Branded as well. Now, it's not as white looking as this, but it does still work. And I'm putting this on a little thicker, just to really make that white color as opaque as possible. And I'm going up into the crease a little bit with this. Now, I don't go all the way up to that brow bone, or all the way into the inner corner as much, but you can. So, and it stays rather tacky, so. But, you know, there's all sorts of things that people do makeup-wise that I might not do. And I'm not a professional by any means. You know, I just thought I'd hop on here just because I wanted to play with this city color palette, and then another palette we're going to mess with a little bit that actually broke on my way home. One of them is a Nicka K palette. I don't have a whole lot of places here to buy makeup within walking distance of me because I can't drive, so, because of my being legally blind, so. But I have a Walmart neighborhood market where I can walk to, and then I have a little beauty outlet store also. And this right here came from there. This is the 32 Perfect 32 Colors by Nicka K. And you can tell I broke, like I said, I broke one of them. Dump out what I broke. And I could have fixed it. I really could have, but I'm just not that worried about it, honestly. But there's, you know, blues and pinks and a gold, a bunch of greens, some oranges, you know, real pretty colors. But, you know, we're not focusing as much on this today, but I'm focusing more on the city color palette. But I am going to use this for my shimmer, probably. Depending. So we're going to jump right on in and do the eyes. I did my foundation just because I like to be able to do everything on the eyes at one time. And I'm going to take, now I've only swatched these like, I think once. And I really haven't used them hardly. I think I've used them twice, maybe. And not even much of that. But I'm going to take this shadow right down here. It would be the bottom left-hand corner. It is a brown shade. Like a cool brown. I'm going to take that on my Eco Tools. It's one of the dual-ended brushes. The one that has a flat liner brush on one side, and this is what I consider more of a crease brush on the other side of it. So I'm taking that, and I'm going to swirl my brush in and then pop that in my crease a little bit on both eyes. But yeah, you know, there's not a whole lot of places to buy makeup, and everything online, it's like, unless you want to order $40 worth, you know, you gotta pay like $6, $7 shipping. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Now, if y'all are watching this today, which today is the 2nd of November, by the way, BH Cosmetics is having a 25% off plus free shipping. Now, that's a decent deal, but, you know, I've seen them do a lot better, so that's what I'm holding out for myself. And I'm building this up in the crease quite a bit, because this is going to be kind of like my transition shade, in a way. I mean, we're going, like I said, we're playing here. So, and there's not really a actual white color in here. So, you know, like a really light creamy color or anything like that. So, this is not meant to be a standalone palette. This palette isn't. But yeah. My little Walmart, and that's one thing that you might see a live or a video coming soon, is like a shop with me type thing. My little Walmart has like one aisle. Not even both sides of the aisle. Just one side of an aisle that is makeup, tools, all that stuff. One aisle. That's it. You know, and then I've got the beauty outlet, which is, you know, they cater to people with darker skin more. In my Walmart, they cater more to the really pale people. They don't cater to medium deep like I am. You know, they hardly have anything in my skin tone, it seems. So, I mean, no joke. The Wet n Wild section is like this big, and that's it. You know, that's it. Well, that's pretty much how big most of the areas are. You know, sit back here a little bit more. But, yeah, that's about all any brand that's there is at my local little Walmart. Which, yeah, not a good thing. So, now I'm going to go into this, second shade on the top. It's the, almost what I consider an eggplant type color. And I'm taking that on the same brush I had. And we're going to pop that right in the crease. Now, one thing you can do is look down into your mirror. And that helps you find your crease better. But I'm putting this right in the crease. I'm not blowing it out or anything like that. We're just going back and forth, windshield wiper. You know, so. Yeah. So there's not a whole lot. And it's not like I can just hop in my car and go to Ulta. There's an Ulta in town, but, you know, I can't get there. We have Walgreens in town. Can't get there. We have CVS in town. Can't get there. You know, we've got all sorts of things. I just can't get to them. Unless I want to pay $10 for a cab. You know. Well, anywhere between 8 to 10, depending on where I'm going. Well, 8 to 12 to on up. You know. So, yeah. But that right there is what it looks like so far. I keep checking my phone to make sure my battery is okay and everything. So, But, yeah. Then I'm going to go in to the third color there on that top row. And it's just a little bit deeper right there, that one. I'm going to focus that more on the outer half of my crease. So, but yeah, getting places is not an easy thing to do. So, like I said, I'm focusing this more on the outer half. And I'm just getting it in the crease right now. We're going to focus on the outer V here in a moment. But, you know, anyone with a vision impairment that can't drive, or that just can't drive, you know, it doesn't even have to be a vision impairment. Anyone that just can't drive understands the struggle of getting things you want with the prices being outrageously high, you know, to get there. You know. Okay, now I'm patting this on the outer, well, quarter, I guess, of the eye. We're going to deepen it up here in a moment anyway, a little more along the edges, but yeah. Focusing it on the outer corner. And I'm kind of just patting it in, really. So, yeah. Now, I didn't heavily powder under my eye, so I'm going to touch that up whenever I go to do my face. That's partly why I don't heavily powder under there. You know, I just like to be able to, if I can get by with very little powder under there, that works, you know, but, yeah. And I'm just kind of building up this color, and I'm taking that and pulling it in again. And I am blowing it out just a little bit, I guess. So, but, you know, there is Amazon, there's Walmart. You know, if you know of somewhere that's really, really cheap, besides, like, Shop Miss A, which I do love Shop Miss A, but I don't get enough from them, really. You know. But you still have to have money to Shop Miss A, so, you know. But now I'm going into the final color. This is like a really deep, deep purple. Might even be a blackish color, really. From my viewpoint, it looks like a deep purple, almost black. And I'm doing it like right along the outer V on the, what some people would consider the brow brush of this thing. Focusing it on the outer V. But, you know, Amazon has some good deals here and there, and I am a Prime member just because, you know, of their good deals and the fact that they get to me in 2 days. You know, that's nothing to sneeze at, right? So, you know, I do love Amazon, but they can be a pain in the butt, you know. Having to wait 2 daes, say you're wanting to do a makeup look, and most people can just run down to the store and pick up the CoverGirl Vitalist Foundation. You know, my store does not even carry that. You know. So, yeah. Now I'm just switching to the other brush. And we're going to go on in. Now, this is Playtime, remember, I haven't practiced this, I haven't tested this, nothing. So, we're going to go into this, why don't we go into this goldy color in the Nicka K palette. And I'm taking it on the small side of this brush, focusing it right there on the lid. No, that don't look too terrible. But, you know, my little Walmart does not carry any of the Wet n Wild Photo Focus concealers. They carry a couple, actually, no, they carry one setting spray by Wet n Wild, and I think that is the Photo Focus that they carry of that. But they don't even carry, well, most of the Wet n Wild stuff, actually. You know, they only have like 2 or 3 eyeshadow palettes by them. They have one blush from Wet n Wild, and that's it. One blush. Nothing else. No other blushes. So yes, that's frustrating. Very, very frustrating. And then CoverGirl, you know, they've recently done away with some of their CoverGirl stuff that they used to have. You know. Yeah, actually my Wet n Wild does not have any. I remember this now because I was looking the other day. Because I've been wanting to do a full face Wet n Wild eventually, you know. So I keep looking and looking and looking, you know. But, they had, my store just recently got the Wet n Wild. Because before it was just CoverGirl, a little bit of Revlon, L'Oreal, Maybelline, e.l.f. I think that's it. Yeah. We don't carry any Rimmel, no Almay, no, you know, nothing like that. So. And if you are medium to deep skin tone, forget it. They ain't gonna have crap. You know, because that's what I am. So, but I'm focusing this pretty much wherever I didn't put the dark colors. And then we're going to go back into that other palette anyway, here in a moment. So, and deepen up that outer V again and make a little transition to this bold yellow gold. So, but, you know, it's worth it to have that store for groceries, but it ain't worth it for makeup, you know, not really. I just go with what I can get from them. That's pretty much what I have to do. I'm going back to that other brush again, and we're going to deepen up that outer V again. You know, really focusing it on that outer quarter to third. You know. So, but, and the Beauty Outlet, they're a good store, but they don't focus, they don't have hardly anything for, you know, my skin tone. So, and now I'm going into that deeper color again, and I'm packing that more on the outer V. Then we're going to go in with, let me find my brush again. I'm going to take the color right, I'm trying to figure out which one I want to do, whether I want to do lighter or darker. Actually, we're going to take that first, well, not very first, but it's the second color of the purple, and we're going to put that in right past that outer V on the lid. Kind of like closer to the center more. So, but, you know, so yeah, if you ever need to know where something's on sale, most likely I can find it. Because if I want something, I will check Walgreens, Walmart, CVS, Ulta, and Amazon before I ever make a purchase. So, yeah. Yes, I am a little bit frugal. Unless I am making a bigger order and there is a deal for X amount, you know, spend so many dollars and get free shipping or something like that. Now I'm taking that yellow color on my finger and packing it on the lid. Usually well, in my experience at least, your finger is a great tool for applying stuff. It's more vibrant whenever you use your finger. So, that's what that looks like. So, yeah. Now, I'm not sure how this... To me, it don't look that great, but, you know, I still gotta fix my crease. Well, not my crease, but my under eye area anyway. But, you know, so. But I know that there's places like Shop Miss A, Shop Hush, even Wish. I have bought some stuff from Wish in the past. Flipping my mirror back around. Now I'm just touching up that under eye area using my Master Conceal. Now, normally I would recommend using a brush or something like that, but I'm just using my finger here. You know, because for me, at least, using my finger is a little more accurate than using a brush. Well, not even really more accurate, but just, I can tell more about what I'm doing. So, and then we'll powder again here in a moment. So, but, you know, there's good deals out there. It's just hard to find them sometimes. You know, now I'm grabbing this is a brow brush, making sure it's, no, it's not clean. I've got to clean my brushes, and that's probably going to be a video soon, is how to clean makeup brushes. You know, so let me know if that's something y'all would be interested in, because, you know, if it is, then that can be a very quick video that I do. Well, here, I'll just use this one. So, okay, yeah, it is clean. Just had a little bit of residue on it. This is just a brow brush I'm going to use. And I'm going to go in with, if I can find it here. Right here. Nope, that's the wrong thing. I didn't set everything out like I sometimes do ahead of time. So, yeah. Like I said, just playtime! This is the Celine. And I lost my brush that I just had. But, yeah. Here it is. Okay. I'm using the Celine Perfect Dunn in One Brow Pomade in light brown. Some of y'all might have used this in the past. I know I have, but I don't use it a lot just because it is so difficult to use. But, you know, I kind of overdid my brows recently. So, you know, and I will address this too. My hair is not wet. Not, you know, well, I do have some portions of it that are wet from washing my face a little while ago, but, you know, my hair is back to natural brown. I had colored it red pretty much for the summer is why I did it. And I did like it red, but I just don't want to have to strip it and all that all the time. My hair is normally naturally brown. So, doing my brows. You just dip in this stuff and then you gotta use a fairly light hand doing it. You know, otherwise I can go way too dark or way too harsh. Well, actually dark and harsh are kind of similar, huh? But you can tell the difference there. Done, not done. So, and there will be a brow tutorial eventually. I just haven't gotten around to filming it. There's so many videos I've got planned. I just haven't been able to do, or for lack of time, or lack of motivation, or not knowing if anyone really cares to see it, honestly. So, because my makeup game changes, it seems like, all the time. You know, depending on my mood, I might not take the time to be as light-handed with something. Or I might overdraw, or just go nuts, you know. So, but, and with my vision, you know, can't always pinpoint whether I got everything right either. So, you know, I'm just talking to you from the standpoint of someone who has been there, who knows the difficulties. And I want to help those that want to be able to put on makeup. But, you know, I'm just doing real light strokes with this brow pomade. And I do kind of fill in where I took too much off. Right in the center there. So I do fill that in a little bit. And the key is small strokes. Small strokes. So, now I'm going in closer to my mirror here. The mirror I'm using is one that I got, well, one that I love, actually. I've used it in the past and everything, and just really helps me, you know. I recommend having a good makeup mirror that has a magnifying side and a non-magnifying if you can. Now, mine does, but, you know, you can even use your phone. Because if you have been with my channel for very long, you might have seen me do a makeup through my eyes video where I showed how close I really do have to have, you know, stuff to be able to see what I'm doing. And I'm taking this Coty Airspun powder again and going to kind of set under the eyes. Put a little bit on the tip of my nose. I'm already starting to get a little oily there. So yeah, I am doing a heavier coat now under the eyes. Now, one tip you can do is if you notice that it's starting to crease before you're able to powder, is just take a tissue or something like that and blot away the excess oil. That does work. But for me, I just Well, right now at least, I just didn't do it. Now I'm taking the BH Cosmetics Forever Nude palette. I don't know if you knew this, but they do sell BH Cosmetic as well on Amazon now. So, and I'm going to take, I can't find these brushes anymore. I wish I could. They're the You Can Be brushes. These were some of the best brushes. They really were. Taking a bigger one of those and going into the blush shade on the far left-hand side. And, you know, you smile is what they recommend doing. And then I swirl it on the cheek and then back. Now, I don't smile very much. So, you know, yeah. But I go in that general area and then I sweep it back, you know, well, I'm swirling it rather back like a buffing motion. So, now I'm not contouring right now. Probably what I'm going to do is, I forget who I saw right now that called it this, but I'm wanting to say it was Emily Noel. It was either Emily Noel or Tati, one of the two. No, I think it was Tati that called it bronzing, what I'm about to do. So, I'm going to take this same brush, because it's a fairly large brush. It's bigger than what I would normally use for blush, but it does work for blush as well. And this does have a little bit of a glow. I have a little lamp over here that you might be able to see some of the glow. So then I'm going into this middle shade, which is a little warmer than I typically would use for a contour. I'm going to swirl my brush in that. And then I'm going to go, like, not really chiseling out my cheekbones, just dusting on each side, right below my cheekbone, then up on the temple and jawline. Basically what you want to do whenever well, at least what I think you want to do. And I put my hand apparently in some eyeshadow. But what I typically do is I do a E and a 3. That's a little tip for you. So, let me check here. Check my battery. Okay. But do an E and a 3. So, it's sometimes hard to talk while I'm doing it. So, and I like this song that's on the radio. You know, I thought about doing a video like on my vlog channel. I only have one video up on that I did a while back. I ought to do that, another video for that too. Where I'm singing karaoke. But I haven't. You know, I don't know if anyone would be interested in that or not. So. Say, okay, now I'm taking the Wet n Wild highlighting powder in Precious Petals. I've kind of gotten powder and everything all over me here. This is why I kind of like doing a play with me thing, because then if I do get it everywhere, it's not that big a deal. And I'm taking just a little e.l.f. This is actually the bronzing brush, but get some on there and I tap off some of the excess. Then I put it where I typically highlight, tops of the cheekbones. Sunday evening, this is what he heard. If you calling by my heart, it's still yours. Should've listened to it and didn't know. Yeah, I like to sing. Okay, so I did a little bit even up under the brow bone. But I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back into that Nicka K palette. Now, right here, at the very bottom right-hand corner is what it would be. This is a really pretty color. I love it. I've used it a few times. Looks like that right there. So, you know. And yes, I do swatches on my hand and stuff like that, even whenever I'm getting ready sometimes. I have actually gone through and swatch every single product on my hand, you know, before I ever get started. And I'm just using e.l.f. eyeshadow brush here. That's actually what it's called, e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. Normally it's meant for packing on shadow. I'm not going to be packing it on. Get some on the tip of it there. And we're just kind of carving out those brows a little bit. Putting a little bit under that, on that brow bone. Because we got so much shimmer on the actual lid. You know, with that gold. And this has a little bit of gold flecks to it anyway. Then I'm going to get some on my pinky. And put it in the inner corner. But yeah, I love to sing. I love to, you know, music is my life. If y'all have an Android phone, I don't know if it's on iPhone or not, because I don't have an iPhone, and I don't intend on getting an iPhone, if I can keep from it. My carrier that I have recently, I found out that they're going to make everyone switch over to iPhones because they quit handling Androids on their website. At least you can't find an Android for sale on my carrier's website at all anymore. So, but oh well, right? But that right there is the eye look. Now I'm just taking the e.l.f. mascara. Typically, honestly, I don't do a lot of eyeliner. You know, I will do mascara and mostly what I've done, you know. But this is the white and silver one. I believe it's the lengthening and fine or something like that. So, taking this here in a moment. Forgot to curl my lashes. But, yeah. But yeah, if you have an Android phone, I'll leave one of the things I've done down below. I can't even remember right now what it's called, honestly. It's not, I don't use Sing by Smule as much anymore, because that you did actually have to buy, you know, a thing for, to use, if you wanted to sing by yourself at least. But, you know, this other that I've got now, like I said, I'll leave a link to one of my songs down below later on, after this processes and everything. You can sing your heart out, and I have a lot of songs on there that I've done. You know, some of them are singing with the artist, some of them are not. I'm just coating my lashes in this, mascara. Now, you've seen most of the products here that are in my, what I'm going to keep in my weekly thing. Depending on how much makeup I end up doing, it could be a monthly bin, I don't know yet. We shall see. Because I really need to give some of these products a good chance before I say, nyeh. Because seriously, there are some things that are just so awful, I don't even give them a second shout out. I just, yeah, they're that bad. Because I have bought some other products from that beauty outlet place. I'm not happy with this Nicka K thing at all, you know. Now that gold color, yes, it was pretty, but some of these other shades, all the mattes in this, aren't worth a crap. You know, Nicka K matte shades in this thing are not worth a crap. So, even with a white base like this, they're not pigmented, they're not good. But, you know, let me know if you want to see more live things like this. If you do, you know, I'm happy to do them, possibly. I don't know what time would be good for most people or everything. But, you know, I just thought today I'd do 2 o'clock just because that's 2 p.m. Central, which is my time. But, you know, thought I'd do that. Anyone that does watch this, I appreciate it, and I thank you for your time and everything. I'm looking for my lipstick, if I can find one here. Now this is Wet n Wild Dark Wine. I know I've got a lot of darkness on the eyes already, but, you know, we're still gonna go with the dark lip too. So, but normally I wouldn't do bold eye and bold lip, but just for today to play, I am. So, and this is actually a really good lipstick formula. It's their, I believe this is one of the silk finish. You can find these at Dollar Tree. And then here's another one that I don't like at all. This is, supposed to be like a matte. I think this is one of the matte ones. I'm not sure, but, you know, either way, it's supposed to be a long-lasting one. Yeah, it might be long-lasting because you're putting wax on your dang lips. That's what it feels like, too. But the silk finish, it does feel like you're putting on silk. So, that right there. Is the finished look. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and let me know if you want to see more of these. And be sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. And I even have a WordPress too. That's the only spot I didn't mention this video. But, you know, follow me on all those, and if I am going to do a live video like this, I will let y'all know, usually somewhere a little while before I do it. You know, because I am going to try to get back into uploading 4, possibly more days a week. If you like these live things, who knows, maybe we could do almost every single day. So, let me know what you think, and, you know, just come hang out with me. Thanks so much for watching, and you have a great day. Bye-bye. I am Rosemary's friend's father.